Hello, this is your Rambling Gamer, and I'm back with another video, finally. I took a little time off of making the videos, and I spent a lot of time streaming over on Twitch. I'm gathering about 500, subscribers or followers, whatever it is over there. So I do stream there daily, so I am making content. Usually when you watch any one of my videos, it'll say down in the left-hand corner that I'm live on Twitch. The Rambling Gamer is the same over there. Search that or Kickin' Rocks and you can see the daily gameplay of about, well over 1,000 different games. What I did want to review today wasn't a game. I'm very excited. It's the virtual reality. I finally, I got something. I noticed that our phone slowly started to realize the Edge was going to be compatible with some headsets. I priced them and they were a little too much to just jump in. So what I did find, because one, I suffer from motion sickness. If I'm in a car on a trip in the mountains, like I get motion sickness. I have to take Dramamine when I fly. I'm just that type of person, and I will say, if you are that type of person, this will kick that off. I can't say anything else about like the Samsung headset or anything else, but I can say if you suffer from the motion sickness, this will trigger it. The most extreme, and maybe it was my fault, but I was in the truck and I tried the roller coaster thing, and with it being moving and me looking through it, it was completely, I just immediately did not feel well at all. And then when we were stopped, my girlfriend was looking at it too, and her eyes immediately it wasn't really playable. So when I got back, that was when I downloaded a different, I believe it was a Cedar Points roller coaster, and because I wasn't in the truck, I was just sitting on the couch. That was much more, much less. It didn't cause the motion sickness as much, but it was there through the whole experience, really. But other than that, I am really excited about it. All the apps that I played for this, and here's the box. This guy right here, right? You take your phone, and I'm not going to do it fully because then I'd have to take my rubber thing off the phone. But you can see right here, you push down on this thing, and it's sliding with little clasps to clasp down on the phone. So you'll have the phone right here, and then that closes up just like that, and you're good to go. Some of the games actually use this little button, and some of them, a lot of the Cardboard, the Google Cardboard, they had a lot of apps that included some kind of button touching, but this obviously doesn't have any of those attachments, and neither did my phone. It came with some free stuff, but with the amount of content that's being put on the marketplace every day, I mean, you can see what I have was Sinister Edge, which was pretty cool. It was a story-driven tour of like a really scary house, and then Elevator of Evil, Virtual Horror House. Those were pretty cool, and then the House of Terror was very cool. And it just constantly was moving forward, and the way that you steer was just to look in a different direction. I definitely did not enjoy having to hold this up, because once you put the phone in there, you know, you wouldn't think it would get heavy, but you do end up like having to switch hands because your arms get tired. They do that. Man, this is getting uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So, but I was around when the first virtual reality came out, and when I was walking through it was like a Best Buy kind of Circuit City thing way back in the day, when the headsets were like, you know, They were huge. Like they had to be attached to something because you couldn't just put that much weight on top of your head. And it just didn't work very well. It wasn't for personal use whatsoever, and we never really saw anything like that again, except for with this. As soon as you put your program on and you look at, because most of the ways that you initiate the gameplay is to look at a point in the virtual world where the play button is, and the game will start after a couple of minutes, or a couple of seconds, 10 seconds or whatever. And as soon as you take maybe your look to a right or look to a left, you're in it. You know what I mean? Like it tracks your head just about perfectly. I never really got turned around. I was able to tour the house, the haunted house, and it was mind-blowing. It was very cool to start. This was like $35. Like, it didn't blow up because everybody wants the strap or whatever, but this dipping your toes. Like, I'm not a PC guy, and if I was to get really hooked and go to, say, the Oculus, that seems to be more down a programmer's lane than a console guy, so I would end up having to go with the Morpheus or something like that. But now I've gone from kind of not really sure about what's going on with the virtual reality side of the Morpheus on the PlayStation 4, and understanding the Oculus might be outside my technical grasp. Microsoft Xbox One doesn't have anything. I mean, they took our controller and gave that to the Oculus, and you can get that together, but you can't play it with your Xbox One. They're completely separate things. And if I'm wrong about that, please put that in the comment section. If Microsoft has finally thrown out the name of whatever it is that's going to be that attachment. We all know PlayStation 4 is going to be the Morpheus, and I'm not going to stick... One, they've already had to drop the Kinect, right? It wasn't financially working, and they weren't willing to figure it out, so they dropped it. And as a consumer, that sucked. I didn't see PlayStation 4 having to drop gear that they can't figure out. You know what, it's not a peripheral, it's part of the system, the main system. You know, it's not this side attachment. It was something that was supposed to be next gen, you know, whatever, but now that's gone. And so I don't understand with the lack of... We know on the PlayStation side, Morpheus is coming. They have it. I've seen Conan play with it, and he seemed to have a really good time. It was some kind of, what's that, Street Luging? He played a game like that, and as he moved his head, that's how he steered, and he was very excited, and it looked like a lot of fun. And if I'm stuck with a system that doesn't have that, then I'm going to get... Well, I won't get rid of it because I don't do that anymore. I collect. But I will go ahead and buy the PlayStation 4 and have to go that route for the virtual reality. But we'll see what happens. What I do know is starting with this was a good idea, because for $30, I know now I'm willing to make that $300 to $400 commitment to go the route of virtual reality, because I just got demos. And I remember when consoles were launching, you would get demos for something on the console that you had at the time. Like if you had PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3 was coming out, you might have had a game trailer for the PlayStation 3, and you're looking at that going, I can't wait to get my hands on the actual thing. That's what this was like. This was almost the demo VR, you know. It'll either save you money by saying this is not anything that I'm interested in, or you get a good $30 investment and know that you actually want to take that further. So that is my review. I don't want to give it with all the explanation and all that. I think you could make up your own mind to how I feel about the product. I don't need to give it a number or anything like that. But I will say again at the end that all these games that you see, and there's a lot. I enjoy waking up around 8 o'clock. I'm a disabled vet, so I don't work. I can't do the crowds or anything like that. But what I can do is turn my video games on, and that got old a little bit until I was able to start sharing it. And that's exactly what I do on Twitch.
I'm not one of the bigger channels, so when you come by, you can actually use the chat room. I love the conversation. I enjoy the fact that my chat is not one of the crazy chats that go up and down. So feel free to come over there, and if you're ever wondering when I'm online, just check this video if you want to. But overall, I highly suggest this, not as just the product itself, but a $30 investment to see whether or not virtual reality is something that you're going to want to spend money on. So again, let's look at the box. It's the ViewMaster, just like back in the day they had the little click, 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 and it had the pictures. One of the very, very cool things was the mix between Google Maps Earth, or Earth Maps, or whatever it was. It put you, the one for Japan, or it was Tokyo, just, you were at one point on the street, but you could look up, you could look down, you could see the people, that people were walking. It was all a still frame, but very, very cool. So I definitely recommend this. Go check it out. I got this one at Target. I'm pretty sure they got it at Walmart or whatever. But if you're just on the fence, this should get you on a side. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch my product review. And I'll hope you watch some of my other trailers. But more than that, I hope you check out my live game stream on Twitch. I'm your rambling gamer, rambling about the ViewMaster. You guys have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.